When the Rugged Radios team sent me out their brand new GMR5-X handhelds, I hopped on Instagram and asked you guys one simple question. Should I keep these handhelds pristine and nice, or should I torture test them? And of course, you guys chose complete destruction. So today I have Caden and his pit bike out here to help me do a desert torture test where we are going to be doing dust baths, we are going to be doing drop tests, and we are even going to be doing water submersion. That hurts my soul. A brand new radio, dude.
There's bubbles coming out.
We're gonna see, dude. That's what this whole thing's about. So on top of the stress test that we are putting these radios through, we are also gonna be testing their features like Bluetooth, range capabilities, and battery life. Now, while this radio marinates in its water bath, let's go ahead and talk about one of the important differences between a GMRS and a business band radio. So the GMRS radios are typically used in a more recreational, trail overland kind of environment, while the business band radios are typically used in a desert pre-runner environment because racers, pit crews, safety crews, and even event staff use these radios on their own private business band channels. Which leads into why I believe the desert pre-runner crowd uses the business band radios primarily. If you're friends with or you're working with race teams, pit crews, safety crews, or event staff and want to be listening in on what they got going on, you need to hop on a business band radio. So if everybody in the pre-runner desert world is already using business band radios, you're naturally going to pick up a business band radio yourself so you can go ahead and listen into them. You're not going to pick up a GMRS because you won't be able to communicate with them. So I just wanted to point out that important distinction so nobody that has a business band radio goes and buys some GMR5 radios thinking that they'll be compatible. While we're going to show you that this is a fantastic product, just be sure to pick up more than one if you're going to try them out. Alrighty, so I'm going to hand this one to you. This is going to be yours for the day, and I'm going to be taking
the gray.
I'm going to be taking the stress test one. All right, how long's it been in there? 6 minutes?
Yeah.
So the only reason I'm comfortable fully submerging these brand new GMR5-X radios is because they are IP67 rated, which means it has the highest level of waterproofing, which means it can be submerged up to 30 minutes in 3 feet or less of water. And that means it is dust proof / dust tight. So no dust should be getting in and messing with any of the functions of this radio. Hence why we are doing the stress test today. The only thing that I did read online is that while it is waterproof, water can still get into the speaker cones and might need a little bit of time to dry out for it to sound 100% crystal clear again, but this should still work regardless. So, you hear me? Loud and clear. So, first torture test is over. These things are waterproof. That's kind of cool. I think if this radio survives the entire video, we have to do a full 30-minute submersion test.
We can test it in my pool later.
It needs to be clean water.
See if we can hear each other underwater.
Clean water, not salt water, nothing contaminated that can corrode parts. It has to be clean water.
Oh.
All right, so now that we've pulled the radio out of the water and we know that the speaker works, we are gonna move on to the clear line of sight test where we're gonna have Caden hop on his pit bike and ride as far as possible with a good line of sight where I can see him and there's no obstruction like mountains. And we're gonna see if this thing can reach as far as we could drive. Now, while I would have loved to test these out in the desert, it is the middle of summer, so it is scorching hot out there. Maybe once season hits, we could do like a 3 or 6 month update video and let you know how these are holding up, how they've been serving us, and do even further range tests, even more obstruction tests, and maybe even more torture tests if they're still alive. Dude, where did he go? I don't even hear his bike anymore. Oh wait, I hear it now. He's probably trekking up a hill. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Dang, dude, he's way out there. Way out there. I lost him again.
Alright, I'm way out here. Can you see me?
Dude,
I can't even see you. I don't even... Where are you at? I'm waving at you.
hold on, I'm gonna try to zoom in on the camera. I can't see you.
I'm to your right side of that paved road. You should try riding that road toward the sun, and I might be able to see you on the horizon going across. Yeah, I'm gonna put the camera and the thing away and do that.
right, so I think it's safe to say that these things have pretty great range considering I can't even see him and we're still talking to each other. Not to mention that these are the shorty antennas and you could even buy longer range antennas.
All right, so I came pretty far away. Dime is right over there. I don't know if you can see him on the camera, but I can see him. I don't know exactly how far this is, but the furthest I could go and still see him, so.
Oh, I found him. Wait, hold on. He's right there. Right there. I see him.
All right, we got you, buddy. Now that we have the line of sight test done, do you want to go ahead and try to find the furthest canyon you can where you can tuck behind the hill?
I'll do the same on my end, and then we will see if we could still hear each other with all the mountains and rolling hills in our way.
Yeah, I'll go back behind the houses over here, and then there's also right behind me, there's a wash that's like pretty deep down. I could try it in there too. You get up in there, and I'm gonna take my camera and go behind the nearest hill.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I'm pretty far away now. I'm in a wash with hills all around it. So let's see if you can still hear me. I'm down in the wash now. Can you hear me?
I'm getting into my canyon.
I wonder if maybe I can go that way and like behind the tree over there. I'm gonna try that.
Alrighty, this looks like the perfect spot here. We are pretty much in a bowl here in this little canyon behind these hills, and he's somewhere way back there. I am in my canyon now. Let me know when you get into yours.
Okay, I'm in the wash right now. I'm gonna go a little deeper.
Still crystal clear, dude. If he's already down in a wash and we hear him crystal clear, I think he's totally fine going deeper and we could still hear him.
We're gonna go a little bit further into this wash. Make it a real test.
I feel like I'm on an episode of Survivor. Day 3, no water. Out in the middle of the Sahara Desert. There might be snakes out here.
All right, I am now a lot further in the wash. I'm tucked behind a tree. There's a big hill behind me, big hill over there. Let's see if we can hear him.
I haven't eaten in 1 hour.
All right, I'm deep in the wash now. Can you hear me all right?
Perfectly clear.
No breaking up on my end.
I don't know if we're gonna get saved out here, or if this is where we
Okay,
die.
I'm gonna head back now.
Oh, it sounds like we're getting rescued.
Put this guy away. This clip is doing really well. It hasn't moved or fallen.
So that's pretty cool to find out that probably around a mile, if not more, behind a bunch of rolling hills and in a canyon, we could still hear each other. When any group doing mountain trails or overlanding is not gonna be that far from each other and probably only have one obstacle in their way. But as for the desert pre-runner guys, we do get some distance between us when we get lost. So like I said, maybe we do a follow-up video once desert season hits and test this out really long range with big mountains in the way. Honestly, distance clarity aside, I'm still more so blown away by how waterproof these things are. Like when we first put them in, I don't know if it made it in the video, but bubbles started coming out of the side buttons here. So I thought, ooh, these might not survive the waterproof test, but this thing sounds perfectly fine. I was expecting like a garbled noise from the speakers, but it sounds just as clear as it did fresh out of the box.
Oh, sketchy.
How far do you think you went?
That wash like goes up to their front yard. So as far as that house is I was there, but then down in a canyon with like hills all around.
All right, so now that we've gone ahead and tested the basic features, such as how clear you can hear out of it, both with obstacles in the way and without obstacles, it's time to get to the stress test portion of this video and test the other half of that IP67 rating, which means that this is dust tight. Now the only way to test if it's dust tight is throw a whole bunch of dust at it. So we are gonna go find a silty, sandy, dusty spot. And I think we're gonna have Caden roost us. Yeah, we were gonna bring his prerunner out, and then we decided to bring the pit bike, and now I'm regretting this decision because we
should have brought the
we have to ride doubles now.
We should have brought the truck. Why'd you tell me not to?
I'm starting to think you're just taking us for a joyride at this point.
I am.
Find some silt, dude.
It's down in the valley. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's prime. All right. The things that we do for Rugged Radios and for you, the viewers, this is how you know we love all you guys. What was that? I don't like that we just heard screaming come from the no trespass area.
This wasn't here last time I was here.
All right, after a less than ideal ride out here with Caden on the back of his pit bike, we found some very nice powdery, soft, gravel, sand mixture dirt out here that Caden is gonna roost right into the test radio. It's making mud on it now. We should do a mud test at the end of this. Dump all that water out into the dirt and just...
Do what now?
Anyways. Yeah, just walk it backwards. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep, nah, keep going, you missed it.
It's under my tire.
Yeah, I know, keep going.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, stress test. Stress test it, why not? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right over the radio, that's cool.
Oh no, what's that sticking out of the ground?
You did good. You buried it for sure.
Yep.
Then you ran it over. Do you think we could still hear it from under the dirt?
Oh, let's see. Let me go over here.
Testing. Testing.
Do it again.
Testing. Testing.
Keep going.
Hello? Testing. Oh yeah, it's way louder now.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Ah.
Perfectly.
It looks like this thing is pretty dust proof. Nothing seems broken. We could still hear it, especially from under the dirt, and transmit back out to Caden. Mixing in with the water, we do got some nice mud in between the buttons. I'm excited for the mud test.
Mud test.
We spent like $5 on that water, dude. We gotta use it for more than 8 minutes.
It was actually like $8.
No,
Yeah.
that was 2 for $4.
Yeah, you got 4. That's $8.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this. All right, well, it now survived the water, it survived the dust, it transmitted from far range, clear sight, and behind obstructions. So that means we get to the part that these things do not advertise that they're rated for, which is the drop test. Little creation of my own, you know, they didn't tell me to do this. They didn't tell me to do any of this actually. But when I unpackage these things, just look how like thick and bulky and like heavy duty they look. So I feel as if it could handle a simple little drop test. And no, I'm not talking just a simple like drop test like that. I'm gonna have Caden hop on his bike, ride as fast as he can, and just got him. You think he's on channel 14?
I think not.
Hello, Mr. Pilot, can you hear me? I don't think he's using rugged radios. All right, I'm gonna bestow upon you the test walkie. I'll take the nice one. So we originally picked this road because it is the most straight, wide open road we could get for top speed. But then Caden just pointed out that there are some like razor chatter all the way through here. So that thing hopefully should tumble through that and start bouncing all over the place. It landed on the push to talk. We had our first little malfunction on it. When it fell off, the dirt got wedged in the push-to-talk and locked it in place.
So
it just had rocks in there, but I just smacked it out and we're good again.
Still works.
Doing that really hurt my soul. It made me cringe. I heard it hit the floor and it didn't sound good.
It did tumble quite a bit.
It did. I looked back and I was like, damn, it's still going.
I thought it was gonna like roll past me with how fast you're going. So maybe this time, you ever been bowling before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll throw a strike.
Let's try that one. Yeah, I wanna see if it'll go like, pa 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 pa. But yeah, let me swap those. All right, you ready for your bowling league debut?
I'm ready. I'm gonna bowl a 300 right now.
You're going pro, dude. You got this.
Going pro.
I still hear you, buddy.
Yeah, I can hear you nice and clear.
Is the screen broken?
No, it's barely scratched.
So like I said, these radios do not advertise at all that they are like destruction proof. Like they're not saying go throw it out of a moving vehicle like we're doing. It's just something that I thought, you know, if we're gonna test the durability, if we're gonna do a destruction test, this is something that we should test. And apparently it's holding up to it. The only thing, like he said, is the mesh is getting a little ripped.
It's like barely even noticeable, but just right there kind of.
Oh yeah, I see that. Just a little
Just a
tethered,
little
but
bit. Couple scratches on the body. Really not bad though for what we just did to it.
I'm
impressed.
I was like, the average person isn't launching it out of a vehicle.
No.
The average person isn't doing a submersion test. If you're a media guy, maybe you're getting roosted with dirt here and there, but you're definitely not throwing it out of a vehicle.
I'd say it's pretty rugged.
Pretty rugged. This guy. All right, so while Caden is back there making the mud for our last test here, I want to go ahead and talk about some of the other features that these new GMR5-X handhelds come with. They come with an extra large battery, which we can't really test in this video, but like I said, if we do one later in the season, I can let you guys know just how long a single battery charge lasts on these. Another feature that these come with is Bluetooth capability, which I believe is for wireless headsets, so you don't have to run any cables. Well, we don't have any of those on us today, so we can't quite test that. You having fun back there?
It dried up really fast.
Are we already out of water?
Yeah. It's mud.
Well, it looks like our mud pit is as ready as it's gonna be, so let's go ahead, cake this thing as well as we can and see just how clear we can still hear. Oh, there's ants in my mud. You think it's ant proof?
Yeah.
Get out of here, ants. This is like it's like a salt scrub.
I feel like you're salt curing a steak right now.
Yeah, we need more. I like my steak extra marinated. I like my radios extra marinated. I feel like a kid at the beach.
Yeah, making a sand castle, a radio castle.
You want to try to radio? Try to radio from there?
Did we break it?
No, it's still there. Here, wait, let's see if you can hear me through the mud.
Can you hear me? Through the thick mud.
How well can you hear on that end?
I mean, it's muffled, but I'm more impressed at how clear you can hear me through a wall of mud.
That is pretty impressive.
How do you think we get this mud off? I got it off.
You kind of just spread it around.
Can you hear me now?
I'm actually excited to do a whole second durability test, like actually in the desert.
Yeah.
And like throw it out of a pre-runner and try to do range tests from like Dune all the way through the mountain back to camp or something weird like that.
So when are we going to the desert?
Maybe a night run coming up.
Ooh.
Well, since we added the mud test at the end and I didn't quite plan for that, and since the initial submersion test was only 8 minutes, I think it's only right that we submerge it again and don't waste this water, just so we can clean up the radio a little bit. You should start a timer right now. So we're gonna have Caden start a timer, see how close we can get this to a 30-minute submersion while I talk to you guys about why you need a radio in your life. All right, so you guys have seen us test these radios both in their function and their durability. So the big question is, why should you listen to me and why would you need a radio? So I've been doing off-road media for about 7 years now, and I take a handheld with me everywhere for many reasons. If I'm at a legitimate sanctioned event like Speed Metal where they have event staff and safety crew, I love to have a radio on me so I can know what's going on the track, if there's any medical emergencies, if there's a vehicle that broke, or if the schedule is getting changed at all. It's nice to be in the know-how. If I'm out in the desert doing recreational stuff with Caden and the rest of our off-road group, it's nice to have a handheld on me as a media guy for when we're recording jumps or we're recording whoop shots or we're recording berm stuff for a huge safety factor. If we're doing jumps, one of us is always on the top of a lip spotting with a rugged radio handheld while the vehicle has their intercom and radio and the headset, so we can let you know if it's clear to go, if anybody's crossing on the front side or the back side. It's just a big safety reason. If I'm out of a vehicle and I'm standing next to a whoop line or in a blind corner, it's nice to know when they're coming, when something's going wrong. So from a media standpoint, yes, it's always good to have a handheld on you. Now, from a recreational off-roader standpoint, because I've been off-roading longer than I've been doing off-road media, Caden can probably talk to this point. You don't have the radio or intercom in your truck yet. We got to get you. No intercom. We got to get you set up, dude. Rugged radios. Last guy in the group to not have a have an intercom. So Caden's always getting lost because he's the only one in the group without an intercom to talk to the rest of the group. So we have to like call him on his phone and hope he feels it or hears it and picks up when he gets separated from the group. So from an off-roader standpoint, it's always nice to just hand Caden my R1 that I've had for years and say, here, keep this in your truck so if you get separated or if we lose you, we can reach you. So I think through and through, any way you slice it up, it always boils down to a convenience and a safety thing, you know? Getting separated from groups, even if you're all riding and you come on something sketchy and you're like, oh, I should warn the people behind me so they don't just smash right into me or go into a G-out and blow their front end off or hit some kid on a pit bike that you can't see because he's shorter than the bushes. So there, it's a real story, dude. There's kids out there, especially in those little tiny side-by-sides. You don't see them in the dust clouds. Anyways, not here to talk about who almost hit who. There's many reasons to have a radio, whether it's built into the truck through a radio intercom system or a handheld radio. Events, recreational, camping, off-roading, anything you see fit. We're even gonna start implementing them at our range days when we're shooting. I wanna get it hooked up to my hearing protection, so. Oh, there's just so many reasons. There's just so many reasons to be communicating.
It's a no-brainer.
That's what this world lacks, communication. So why not pick up some rugged radios? How long has that been in there? Alrighty, it has been about 28 minutes. I don't want to push it all the way to the 30 because I'm not trying to push the envelope any more than we have today, but gotta get the mud off. You like that? Get the ASMR. Good as new, dude. She's ready. Well, the mic, you might have to turn your mic on. It's only gonna pick up off the mics.
Can you hear me? Oh, I got a lot of water out. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine now.
I genuinely got concerned there for a second.
All right, so we came out here to destroy the all-new GMR5-X from Rugged Radios, but they handled everything that we threw at them, honestly. Reliable communication is one of the most slept-on upgrades that you can get for your next off-road adventure, so make sure you head over to Rugged Radios to buy yourself some communication equipment and check out the new GMR5-X. Thank you, Rugged Radios, for sending these out. Sorry I put this one through the ringer, and thank you guys for watching the video. We'll catch you in the next one. This poor radio. It's like, dude, just take me home.